Welcome to this lecture on the fibrinolytic system, a crucial topic in human physiology. Today, we're going to explore how our bodies naturally dissolve blood clots to keep our circulatory system flowing smoothly. We will build our understanding from the ground up, looking at the biology, the real-world medical applications, and even the mathematics behind clot breakdown. Let us dive in. To begin our journey, let us imagine a busy highway where a major accident has occurred. Emergency crews rush in and build a temporary barricade to stop traffic and protect the area while repairs are made. This barricade represents a blood clot in your body. However, once the road is fixed, leaving that barricade there would cause a massive traffic jam and permanently stop the normal flow of cars. Your body faces the exact same problem when a blood vessel heals. It needs a way to clear the road. Now that we understand the need to clear the road, let us look at how the body actually does this. The body has a special, highly trained cleanup crew whose only job is to dismantle that barricade, piece by piece, once the damage is healed. This cleanup crew is called the fibrinolytic system. It is a complex, highly regulated biochemical pathway. Its primary responsibility is to ensure that your blood vessels do not stay permanently blocked after a cut or an internal injury heals, safely restoring normal blood flow. Building on the idea of a cleanup crew, let us examine the specific tools they use. When a blood vessel is injured, the coagulation cascade forms a stable fibrin mesh to stop the bleeding. Incorporated into this mesh is an inactive proenzyme called plasminogen. When activated by specific triggers like tissue plasminogen activator, or TPA, plasminogen is converted into the active enzyme plasmin. Plasmin then systematically acts like a pair of molecular scissors, cleaving the fibrin polymer into soluble fragments known as fibrin degradation products, effectively clearing the vascular obstruction. Having discussed the biochemical mechanism, let us now visualize this process. On the screen, you can see a clear schematic of the fibrinolytic system in action. At the top, notice how tissue plasminogen activator acts on the inactive plasminogen, transforming it into the active enzyme plasmin. Below that, inside the blood vessel, we have the solid blood clot made of a dense fibrin mesh. The active plasmin acts directly on this mesh, cutting it apart. Finally, on the right, you see the result. The solid clot is broken down into small, harmless fibrin degradation products that wash away. Seeing how efficiently this system works brings us to a critical realization about our survival. Without the fibrinolytic system, every tiny clot formed in our bodies would persist forever. Eventually, this would turn our blood vessels into solid, blocked pipes. This dangerous buildup would lead to catastrophic events like heart attacks, strokes, and pulmonary embolisms on a daily basis. The continuous, quiet operation of this system is what keeps our circulatory system open and functional, highlighting just how delicate and essential our internal biological balance truly is. Understanding this natural defense mechanism leads us directly to one of the most powerful tools in modern medicine. We actually harness the power of this exact biological system to save lives during critical emergencies. For example, when a patient arrives at the hospital with an ischemic stroke caused by a clot in the brain, doctors administer synthetic TPA as a clot-busting drug. This medication artificially supercharges the patient's own fibrinolytic system, rapidly dissolving the clot and restoring oxygen to the starving brain tissue before permanent damage occurs. Now that we know how doctors use this system, let us understand the mathematics that govern how fast it works. While physiology is heavily biology-based, the breakdown of a clot is ultimately a chemical reaction that happens at a specific speed. We can represent this using a basic rate equation. The formula states that the rate, R, equals K times the concentration of plasmin times the concentration of fibrin. R is the rate at which the clot dissolves. The letter K is a constant, depending on body temperature and blood pH. The brackets represent the concentrations of the active enzyme and the clot material. If you increase the amount of plasmin, the rate increases and the clot disappears much faster. With our formula established, let us apply it to a concrete medical scenario. Imagine a patient with a small blood clot. We are given a fibrin concentration of 2.0 milligrams per milliliter and an active plasmin concentration of 0.5 units per milliliter. The physiological rate constant, K, is 0.1. We want to find the initial rate of fibrinolysis. We substitute these values directly into our equation, multiplying 0.1 by 0.5 by 2.0. This basic arithmetic gives us our final answer of 0.1 milligrams per milliliter per minute. This means the body is steadily clearing the clot on its own, without outside help. Having seen the baseline rate, let us see what happens during a medical emergency when a drug is introduced. A stroke patient receives an intravenous dose of TPA, which artificially boosts their local plasmin concentration to 4.0 units per milliliter. The clot blocking their artery has a fibrin concentration of 3.0 milligrams per milliliter. The constant K remains 0.1. We plug these new medically enhanced values into our standard rate equation. Multiplying 0.1 by 4.0 by 3.0 gives us a new rate of 1.2 milligrams per milliliter per minute. This shows a massive increase in the sheer volume of fibrin being destroyed every 60 seconds. Now that we have calculated the new drug-enhanced rate, we need to rigorously quantify exactly how much the medication helped. We do this by deriving the improvement factor, which we will call F. The problem states that the normal baseline rate for this specific patient would have been 0.15 milligrams per milliliter per minute. Our new calculated rate is 1.2. To find the exact multiplier, we set up a simple ratio. We define the improvement factor F as the new rate divided by the baseline rate. This mathematical setup allows us to directly compare the drug's performance against the body's natural baseline. Continuing from our setup, let us complete the derivation to find the final improvement factor. We substitute our known values into the fraction, placing 1.2 in the numerator and 0.15 in the denominator. Dividing these numbers gives us a final result of exactly 8. This means the variable F equals 8. Physically, this proves that the clot is now dissolving exactly 8 times faster than it would have on its own. This massive mathematical increase in speed perfectly illustrates why manipulating the fibrinolytic system with TPA is a life-saving intervention that clears blockages before brain tissue dies. We have covered a lot of ground today, so let us summarize the most important ideas. First, the fibrinolytic system is an essential biological mechanism that prevents our blood vessels from becoming permanently blocked by dismantling temporary clots. Second, this is achieved by converting inactive plasminogen into the active, scissor-like enzyme plasmin, which cuts apart the fibrin mesh. Third, we saw mathematically that the speed of this cleanup depends directly on the concentrations of the enzyme and the clot. Finally, understanding this natural balance provides the foundation for life-saving treatments like TPA. You now have a solid understanding of how the body cleans up after itself.